He's been on the road with Dierks, played the Opry with Vince, and recorded 7 of his own studio albums. And while music has always been a huge part of Will Hoge's existence, it wasn't until later in life that he discovered just how much.
Well, music was always such a part of my life growing up. My grandfather was a saxophone player in a big band here in Nashville in the 40s. And then my dad and my uncle were both rock musicians. So it was always such a part of my life. I didn't ever really consider it for a profession. You know, I thought that I was going to be a school teacher. Once I got a guitar when I was in high school and started playing, I just fell in love with it pretty hard and realized that girls liked singers a lot more than history teachers. So I made the switch.
In 2008, Will found himself in critical condition following a brutal head-on collision.
We were in the process of making a record when the accident happened. I was driving home from here in West Nashville over to where I live in Inglewood, and on a motor scooter, and got hit head-on by a 15-passenger van, full speed. It took a solid year and a half to really get back to even to walking somewhat normally, so it was certainly a trying time, but ultimately I think we're all stronger for it. I think the music is stronger for it. I'm stronger as a person for it, I think.
Trying to avoid being trapped inside a musical box, Will has toured with all genres of bands from heavy rock to country.
This time last year we were out on the road with Shinedown, who's a modern heavy rock band, and now we're on the road with Dierks Bentley. So I've always looked at it like that's the beauty of it. Instead of a negative, I look at it like it's a positive. I think it is this brand of rock and roll or country rock or country soul or whatever that is that does kind of reach a whole lot of people.
I can hear 'em singing, keep on dreaming, even if it breaks your heart.
Eli Young Band's current single is one of Will's songs, Even If It Breaks Your Heart, a song that Will wrote when he was recovering from his accident.
I kind of felt so much of that song was incredibly autobiographical, falling in love with rock and roll, listening to the radio when you were a little kid. I heard that the Eli Young guys were going to cut it. I guess that was the moment that I realized sometimes the most personal songs are almost more universal.
Open up, I'm coming through.
I love to hear a song where I feel like that person captured something that I would have felt or wanted to say. So that's ultimately what I hope that folks, you know, come to one of these shows or see the video or hear a record. I hope that that's a connection that's made, because I think that if you can make that connection, it really starts to be a reciprocal thing between the fan and the artist and the band and the audience, and all that really starts to be special.
Keep on dreaming.